What's going on, my people? I hope you are doing great, awesome, amazing. Today, today I wanted to talk about the 5/8 fallacy. I'm pretty sure you've heard it before, but it's kind of like the idea of 5/8ing a task, or doing 5/8 of a task, or a desire, or something you want to do, and not fulfilling it and not seeing it through, just only doing 5/8, doing below what you're asked to do, or not seeing something through. That's kind of the idea of the phrase. The idea of the 5/8 fallacy is, to put it bluntly, pretty much half-assing things. um, it's a very, it's a very tough thing to talk about because it's such a double-edged sword, right? But people forget that their words and what they say they're going to do have meaning and have what's the right word to say it has intent behind it, right? When I say I'm going to do something and I don't see it all the way through, that shows a lot of what I am as a character, right? There are obviously no brainer, right? Obviously, you're gonna have days where you're not feeling up to par, you're not wanting to do the full task or fulfill it or see it through, and that's fine. But if that's a common occurrence and you just constantly have to 5/8 every task that you do, what are you doing? You know, it matters a lot what you do to 100% every single day. You have to see things through. You have to fully, at least 100%, at least 95% of the time, right? Like I said, it's normal to have down days. It's normal to have days where you don't feel like doing the 100%. But the 5/8 is a habit, you know? That becomes a habit of once, and then just ball rolls from there of you 5/8ing everything and not seeing anything through. And trust me, I've done it before. I've done it before. Um, One of the things I haven't done it with though is actually the gym, just because I love being there. I love imagining that it's my choice to be there. It is my gift to be there. I'm happy that I'm able to move my limbs and lift this weight and do what I'm doing because I appreciate the ability to be able to lift heavy and move my healthy body. And that's kind of what you have to do, is see the benefit in most day-to-day tasks, right? I think that's the issue with a lot of people, is a lot of people don't see the benefit of most tasks, right? And it happens to me. It happens to me a lot, right? A very lot. For example, like even with something as simple as something I talked about in my last video, the content stuff, I forget why I do it, right? Because I get so in my head and I lose sight of the finish line, right? And I think a lot of you forget what's at the finish line and what the benefit is to most tasks done day to day, right? Sometimes you come home from a long day of work and you don't even want to do something simple like wash the dishes, right? And something so small, something don't really think about but you don't want to do because you don't see the benefit of it, right? You don't see the brighter side. All you see is it's gonna take up my time when I could go upstairs and just sit down and relax, right? But you don't see the benefit of, well, my mom kind of has the same scenario, right? She went to work, she's also tired. It will make her day if I just took one task. off of our shoulders, right? There are benefits to a lot of stuff like that. Like I said, the gym, it's my choice to be there, right? I am happy that I'm able to push the limits of my healthy body. Not many people are able to do that, and hence I fully see the task. And hence I fully see the task of doing the dishes as well. It's not about like how do I word it? It's not about how it would affect what you want. It's about the benefit that it applies to everybody around you, right? Something simple as studying as well. Something I've been struggling on because I want to make this a job, but I also have to study for it, right? Like I have to do this on my own. And it's hard to see it through because some days it gets tiring, dude. Some days I just don't want to do anything, right? It's just you go to the gym, you go to work, you study, and then you have to do these simple tasks around the house. It accumulates, and sometimes you don't even have enough time throughout the day to do so. But the reason why most of you don't want to do it is because you don't feel like it. But you're able to. You're able to, right? And when you see the benefit, it's makes every task day to day just better, just easier to do, if that makes any sense. It's weird to imagine it, but it's like I said, I'm not perfect. Like I'm sitting here recording this video instead of folding clothes, but I should be doing that because it will benefit me, right? But it's this mindset that starts small and delves into bigger tasks, right? Not doing the dishes, not doing the cleaning, not doing the folding, the laundry, none of that. Delves into the bigger tasks. Getting jacked, being disciplined, showing up to the gym every day, showing up to work every day. It delves into all the bigger tasks and becomes a habit when it shouldn't. The 5/8 fallacy pretty much describes everyone half-assing everything and not seeing it through. And that matters so much. Seeing it through, having intent in your actions, and doing everything at 100% really does matter. Because it is normal to not be at 100%. Today I didn't feel at 100%. I felt tired at the gym. But I'm still going to see it through. I'm going to put all my all because I know that's my choice. And I want to achieve a certain physique. Because I want that. I want to see it through. I know that I am capable and able to move my healthy body and do so, right? Like I said, it is a double-edged sword because when it comes to the people that are disciplined, have no issue in the disciplinary aspect of stuff like that. Doing everything at 100% easily burns you out. Like for my disciplined people, for the people that don't struggle at all to show up to the gym, hit their macros, do simple tasks day to day, doing this for so long burns you out, right? And sometimes we rely too much on motivation, and when motivation is high and our discipline is already set in place, we pretty much like build a wall around us because we're doing everything at 100%. We're taking on too much at a time, right? Like you're human, right? And I think we forget that, and because our motivation is so high and our discipline is already set in place, we add too much to our list, and it makes it so much harder to live a day-to-day life. And I've seen a lot of people do that. I've seen, especially people like I said who don't struggle with the discipline side of stuff. They go to the gym, they go to work, and they just keep adding tasks and tasks on top of their shoulders, and it becomes tough. And as soon as their motivation tanks, they flip flop. Now they don't want to do jack shit, and they don't do any of those things, and it becomes this double edged sword. it's it's hard to gauge out because it's a hard thing to do, but it's a good thing to try to balance everything out, right? It is good to see things through, but you can only see things through with certain stuff at a time, right? Like I choose, for example, my physique and my studies, and those two things will be my sole purpose to try to push through, right? Stuff like that. But then if you start adding your physique, your studying, your work, your I can't even think of anything else, but everything, any other stuff, and you start adding to that list, and you try to prioritize everything to 100%, you're gonna fall, dude. You have to try to gauge it out and not add too much on your shoulders, but have enough to where you can still see it to 100% and still keep going, still keep doing what you're doing. But yeah, it is one of those tough things that I've seen a lot of people struggle with, especially when they rely on motivation as well. They try to lean on that way too much, and when their motivation goes away, they're pretty much left with nothing. So I think discipline has a huge part in it as well. Trying to get disciplined to do something, because then you get used to doing that at 100% and seeing stuff through. But there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. There's a lot of variables and stuff you gotta look at. But once you learn it, it becomes much easier. So I definitely recommend learning how to do things properly, seeing stuff through, and not using the 5/8 fallacy, man. Don't half-ass anything. See everything through. See what you do through. Like if you say you're gonna do something, do it. Do it. Time flies anyway, right? It flies anyway. What would you rather? Spend that time doing jack shit, or spend that time maybe not loving it, but seeing something through and actually enjoying the result? You choose. It's your choice. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and talk about that for a bit. Um, hope you guys are doing alright, man. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. So, if you guys are doing the same, enjoying life. And keep going, my people. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you guys in the next one. So, take care.